Fill in the missing letters in the paragraph. Knowledge. First, let's look at the word knowledge. Knowledge refers to the information, understanding, or skills that a person gains through learning, studying, or experience. In other words, knowledge is what you know about a subject. For example, if someone has studied world history for many years, they probably have extensive knowledge of historical events. In the sentence, they have little knowledge of history, the speaker means that they do not know much about history. Virtual. Next, consider the word virtual. Something is virtual when it exists or happens through computers or the internet, rather than in the physical world. It may seem real, but it is not physically present. For instance, many people now attend virtual meetings from home using video conferencing software. In the example, up to 4 players can compete in a virtual world of role-playing. The players interact in a computer-generated environment rather than a real location. Popular. The word popular describes something that is liked, enjoyed, or supported by many people. When something is popular, it attracts a large number of users, fans, or followers. For example, a popular song may be played frequently on the radio because many people enjoy listening to it. In the sentence, that song was popular with people from my father's generation, the song was widely enjoyed by people of that age group. 4. In comparison to. The phrase in comparison to is used when we examine 2 or more things side by side in order to identify similarities or differences. For example, a researcher might compare student performance from different years. In the sentence, in comparison to last year, the company's profits have doubled. The speaker is showing how this year's profits are much higher than those of the previous year. 5. Flexibility. Now let's discuss flexibility. Flexibility is the ability to adapt to changing circumstances or to adjust when necessary. It can refer to people, plans, schedules, or even physical objects. For example, employees often value flexibility in their work schedules because it allows them to manage unexpected situations. In the sentence, the schedule doesn't allow much flexibility. The schedule is very strict and difficult to change. 6. In addition to this. The expression in addition to this means besides this or as well as this. It is used to introduce extra information that supports or expands upon a previous idea. For example, a professor might explain one benefit of online learning and then mention another. In the sentence, in addition to looking after the baby, she has been continuing with her studies. The speaker emphasizes that she is performing both responsibilities at the same time. 7. Challenge. A challenge is a difficult task, problem, or situation that tests a person's skills, knowledge, or determination. For example, learning a new language can be a challenge because it requires time and effort. In the sentence, meeting the company's growth targets is a major challenge. Achieving those business goals is difficult and requires significant work. 8. Rural. The adjective rural refers to the countryside or areas outside large cities. Rural areas usually have smaller populations, more open land, and more agricultural activity. For example, people living in rural communities may have different lifestyles than those living in urban areas. In the sentence, she's carrying out a comparative study of health in inner cities and rural areas. The researcher is comparing health conditions in cities and the countryside. 9. Therefore. The word therefore is a transition word that shows a conclusion or result. It means for this reason or as a consequence. For example, if a company reduces prices, more customers may buy its products. Therefore, sales may increase.
In the sentence, we are a moral, ethical people, and therefore we do not approve of their activities, the second idea is the result of the first. 10. Take measures. Finally, let's examine the expression take measures. To take measures means to do something in order to deal with a problem or achieve a goal. For example, a university may take measures to improve campus safety by installing more security cameras. In the sentence, the social media platform is taking tougher measures against abusive and threatening posters. The company is taking actions to reduce harmful behavior on its platform.